And we are on to the Rift, that headless trophy in that top lane. That head will be replaced at the conclusion of this series with one of those icons. G2 or TL will be immortalized in Summoner's Rift itself.
Paradigm shift. EU and NA fighting for everything.
Whew. That was a great moment, Kobe. I liked it a lot. Right,
I'm glad you were here to share it with me. But the fight is
already beginning. A knock-up there on Jensen, getting auto-attacked a bit. He should stay alive as the pool comes down, and a flag drops him dangerously low. Mickey could have considered actually committing the Ignite initially, but out they go after he earns about 30 gold.
Jensen is sitting on the cleanse. Mickey, the cooldown of the W is coming up soon. They could look for a play onto Core JJ. Forced to flash very early on. Questionable decision-making there from Core JJ.
Yeah, waiting in the brush, knowing 4 members are coming.
Expectation is for this matchup.
Yeah, that is the exchange of going for the possibility of an early gank. Look, and good focus there. You want to continue to attack the Tahm Kench. There's no flash on Core JJ.
He pushed up in this 1v1. It's very difficult for many mages to trade against the Morg because you see this Tormented Soil, it goes down, it forces the push and the
knock him on a double. You can see Core JJ playing towards the back, the slowest. They're the knockup, they're gonna find one, and they're burning down Core JJ. First blood for G2 in the final. Smithy has to run for the hills as TP comes in from an extra member. There is no extra kill to be had as Caps looks for a bind, finds damage on a double. He's still taking the shots. Under the turret they go, forcing the flash. What a play out of G2.
Still, G2 focusing on that weakness that they opened up in the level 1, attacking Core JJ. No flash on the Tahm Kench duo.
An explosive start right now as Jensen now tries to trade with Caps. Does put the shield on. QW might kill him. Black shield, he flashes. Doesn't dodge the damage, but does stay alive.
Jensen trying to do work there in the mid lane with a disaster for Team Liquid that has gone on the bottom side. The wave in a very bad spot, pushing away from him. Gangplank with no flash is taken down.
This is exactly what we talked about, Kobe, and Jankos reads it too. He finds himself his 4th kill of the game, 100%.
Entire map. Right now, so much. Pretty much everywhere except for mid lane is going extremely well for them. Tested. And double lift, as you can see on the mini-map, though, is so far away, they won't have the numbers to do it.
Tormented Soul helps guarantee it, and the last auto attack comes through as the Dragons picked up at 10 minutes.
Tahm Kench.
Looks like Core JJ ulted the Skarner in, but there were already reinforcements, and a 3v2 is an easy kill. This is getting out of hand. Team Liquid falling away rapidly as you do have an answer for every single move that is made.
Jankos is popping off in this game. He just seems to be in the right place at the right time at every single moment. He has been involved in up towards top side and create a big enough gap that allows him for the TL duo. It is there for a counter gank from Jankos in this area of dark.
Ooh, an attempted fight almost comes through, but Jankos gets into the fog of war just in time. But Impact still chasing out of this one. Has the flash, though. Jankos could get away, and there will not be a fight to be had. They're going to try to babysit this Relic here to hope that the Rift Herald is not picked up then by G2, but they've got to wait around a while for this one.
Jensen and the duo of Doublelift and Core JJ have been brought up towards the mid lane, which means the Caps has now moved down towards bot. He doesn't have the teleport, but he's just picking up plates, making up for the small disadvantage that he finds himself in. But of course, Impact with the Gangplank ultimate can mitigate this and keep that bot tower alive.
Yeah, and even with the Gangplank ultimate, Caps gets another plate off that turret. That is about half the value of the Rift Herald Eye itself. So in him, continuous to push down bottom, they still get some value out of Team Liquid camping that objective.
Ooh, nice ult right there by Perks. Gets away from the shockwave. Jensen's first of the game, it looks like, and still no kills on the board for TL. The best they've gotten is denying picking.
One of the big things for Team Liquid in their series against IG was that in the early game, they would actually match Invictus Gaming in a lot of these early skirmishes, and they actually found themselves in a decent gold lead very early on into the game. It was often in the mid game when IG looked to play around Baron, where they looked to falter, and then they relied on their late game team fighting. The core difference here is that every time TL has tried to match, they failed.
With the Dragon spawning, I think it will be dangerous for them to even attempt to go out into neutral territory, and they should probably remain defensive at this time. They simply do not have the extra information to try and set up an offensive move.
We'll see if Team Liquid's defense can be good because G2 happen to keep the pressure on. The next Drake has spawned very recently. We have 5 minutes until Baron, but the mid lane's already there. That bastion of defense just being shut down. 1 kill picked up ready to Smithy, and look out for Jensen rooted. Shockwave is not going to be enough. They trade one for it at the end of it all, and now Yanko's able to walk away off that kill.
Yet that's not over.
And Wonder's gonna find one as well. Impact is summonerless. He's trying to get away from the slows. He's got Corey JJ, but Yanko finds the knockup. Now trying to theory him to safety, pushed away, but Mickey X finds it again. They look for the kill and the support, and they will get yet another. It's 11-2. Play Yanko 1-0-9 in the final. He is a man who has stepped up large in G2's big victories. The World Semifinalist and MSI Finals, and maybe the champion of that as well. As a smite goes Xmithie's way, but the jungle being pulled apart, the gold lead still massive here. Despite that shutdown, it's actually grown. It's 7K now.
Stopwatches as well as QSSs at this point. Because one of the possible ways to find a pick, of course, is that Skarner ultimate. You're going to have to watch out for the Morgana positioning, though.
3 stopwatches on G2. No Quicksilver Sash just yet. Those picks could maybe happen, but it's probably difficult. Mid lane Siege goes for yet another round, and it's Team Liquid backing off. A little bit of wave clear, but they will submit, and they will knock down one. Now here comes the engagement again. Mickey X finding several charms. The dunk comes in, but Corey brings Skarner to safety. Wonder coming in with the Demonic Ascension, has a lot of damage available. Explodes it for one, almost knocks down Xmithie. No death just yet. Impact's got to run away, slowed down now by Cash. Fine's gonna come in. Shockwave finds a bit of damage, but no kills just yet. It's 2 for G2 and make it a third. They will not be stopped as they push through to the mid lane, and the 2-2 turret will fall. Xmithie just barely getting the recall away, but this is G2 pushing into the inhibitor turret.
G2 ripped through Team Liquid in game 1. Only 18.5 minutes, and they find themselves another 3 kills. They expose the base, but they don't want the inhibitor. They just want to walk away with the gold and walk away happy.
G2 with the lead since the level 1 before. Oh, double lift does get hit.
Takes some damage onto his Wonder, slows him down as well, but he can't take that fight either. Xmithie hoping that people are outnumbered. There's a squad nearby, actually, and there was not a fight to be had as Team Liquid walks away empty-handed.
Roll ahead.
So
They've opened the way into Team Liquid's base. Inhibitor turret destroyed.
Also great awareness from Caps at the very end of that replay. He sidestepped a Varus Q in the midst of all that chaos. Just to have that awareness in that moment meant that Team Liquid, again, could have found that one small shutdown, but G2 end up losing no one.
All right, all that's left now for G2 is a bit of control around the Baron buff. They've already opened up Team Liquid's base. If they get the Baron, that will be the power they need to finish it off.
And here's the beginning of it, inside Fog of War, and you can just look at Team Liquid's movements, how far back they are, how reserved they are, and they'll be giving this one away. Team Liquid, ooh, the stopwatch is burned, that's capped without one resource. Now Xmithie is coming forward, does not have his flash, no blast cone. It is unstealable, and G2 earned through their map control and team fighting a sub 21-minute Baron.
Very clean early game and overall game from the side of G2. They punished the weak point, the flashless core JJ in the bottom side of the map. They then converted that into punishing Impact towards the top side to try and get Wonder ahead. And Yanko, to me, has just been the biggest playmaker of this team. 1-0-12 and involved in 13 of the 14 kills. He has stepped up massively throughout this tournament, and he is carrying G2 through this game 1.
Definitely has been an exceptional snowball here from G2. Team Liquid, when they continue to look for those plays to try and fight back into the game, there has always been an answer at every turn from G2. It's resulted in a very one-sided game. Now with Baron buff, they are knocking at the doors.
Team Liquid trying to grab the best that they can with Impact still pushing the bottom lane as they lose the health of this top side turret. It's wave clear and waiting, and hoping they don't lose too much. Mid is pushed in now as well as G2 continue the 5-man siege.
Now notice how G2 have split up across 2 lanes. They're not all funneling into one. They don't want to give Team Liquid that opportunity that they found against Invictus Gaming. The Spooky Ghosts are going to come out from Caps as he looks for a binding.
Slow, now a bind with Xmithie. Will this be the engage? They put the feathers down. No root. Shockwave on the 3. Here comes the engage from Mickey, though. Gets the first knockup. Looks for the backline side. Plenty of damage coming through as Xmithie trying to run away. The turret's going to drop, but no champions just yet. Caps very low, but not dead either. Impact TPing in, and now on the backside, here comes Demon Flare, and it's a double kill already. Team Liquid pushed completely off. Double inhibitor gonna fall. The Nexus soon to follow.
Baron buff on G2, all 5 members standing, and they are on the Nexus turrets.
G2's first international championship since 2011 could be coming in now. One Nexus turret falling. They hope as game 1 of 3 could happen for them, but they will back off. 23 minutes in, they will wait. They will reset with more than a minute to Baron. The flash re-engage. They caught Jensen unaware. What a great kill for Mickey. key. They find the second as well. Psych, they're gonna end the game. No, they're not gonna reset after all.
The bait and switch into the bait and switch. G2, they look like they wanted to try and finish it there with the respawns of Double Lift and Impact. They do not want to overcommit. They're going to walk away with the kills, extending it to 18-2. They have a 13,000 gold lead, and they're going to be happy with that for
G2 can continue the push.
And it's the support staff of G2 in this game one, Mickey and Jankos. I've been giving a lot of praise to Jankos, but you highlighted it there. Mickey on these Rakan engages have been setting up so many great fights and turning around a lot of potential fights that Team Liquid tried to start, and now you can see him on the potential flank, looking for another opportunity as G2 push in towards the bot side of the map with only 8 seconds left on this Baron.
Well, that Baron has done plenty. 3,000 gold lead through that buff as double inhibitors are down, and this bottom inhib will drop its turret at the very least. Team Liquid gonna back up, a nice bind. Is this the engage? He's gonna be grabbed by CoreJJ, but here comes the dunk, and here's the engage by Wonder once again as they look for these kills. A big Charm to knock up in the back line. It's already 1 kill. Make it a second as the Team Liquid members are falling fast and furious. G2 Esports in commanding fashion will take Game 1 of the 2019 MSI Finals. Europe versus North America, and G2 strikes first.
Honestly, a very beautiful game from the side of G2 Esports. The